Dave Smith here. Let me just get my slideshow going. Okay. There we are. Okay, so this is July's images, and I've just set them to play in the background there. July is the month when the lockdown ended. This is the last in my lockdown diary series. I hope this is all of some interest. And lockdown finishes on the 18th of this month, so this is a shorter set of images, of course. And the first one that I want to show you is from my trip in Oxford, and this is the Bridge of Sighs in Oxford, which sort of references the Bridge of Sighs in Venice, and that's sighs as in okay, so now I've seen both, and I much prefer the Venice version, although it's hard to say which came first, because of course the colleges in Oxford probably date from something like the 15th century. I don't know when so the Bridge of Sighs in Venice was built, but they're probably contemporaneous to some degree. Anyway, I prefer the one in Venice. Don't we all? This next one, I went to Blackwells Bookshop in Oxford, because I think you probably have to if you visit Oxford. And it looks like nothing on the outside. It's just a very small frontage, but it's like the TARDIS. You go in and it literally goes on forever. It must wrap around the back of a bunch of other shops. And it goes down as well, so it's like subterranean. It's a phenomenal place. Even if books are not your thing, it's well worth a visit. And down there is the Norrington Room, and that's what we're seeing in this next image. It's a panorama of the Norrington Room. Now, when you go in there, there's a little sign that says, I think it's something like photo point. So they've sort of designated a place, because obviously so many people have visited and photographed the panorama of the Norrington Room. They've suggested a spot from which that would best be done. So I took advantage and made this panorama. The next one is Barnard Castle. Now, I was in Barnard Castle, which is close to where I live, on a very wet, unpleasant day. And there's this quite interesting rotund used as a roundabout in the centre of Barnard Castle. But this view here is of the actual castle. I didn't go into the castle, but I think this view shows how well fortified it was, because if you were sort of one of the marauding hordes, then you had quite a steep climb just before you even got to the wall. Okay, so then I was out and about I can't quite remember where I was when I shot this image, but I was on my way home from somewhere and noticed this police car, so I pulled up and took a photograph, just because I'd not seen anything like it before, and of course it's used as a wedding car now. And then this final image is actually in the centre of Bishop Auckland, which is the town where I live, and they were painting this mural. So I thought, well, that's an interesting picture. So I photographed the mural. This appeared later on local news, and it's actually ends up being a portrait of Stan Laurel, who I think is from the town. There's a statue of Stan Laurel in the town as well. But this is the mural as it is sort of being painted, so that struck me as quite an interesting thing, and this was the final image of this project. So there we are. That's all sort of 6.5 months of lockdown, and it was indeed 6.5 months, 6 months and 12. Do I mean 12 days? Thereabouts, 12 days. So just about 6.5 months of lockdown in the 21st century. How ridiculous is that? You can kind of understand it in the days of the Ian plague, but here in the 21st century, I think we should be able to be doing better than 6.5 months of isolation. My goodness. Anyway, let's move on. So, as ever, there are blog posts about the images. There are a full set of images from 6th of January to 18th of July are now on my website in the photo essays section. I am in the process of making a zine. If you're interested in the zine, drop me a line and I will let you know when it's ready. And I want to mention again, if you're liking this kind of video, not just from me but from other photographers as well, then comment, like, subscribe, and the YouTube algorithm will start to serve you up more than just the incessant gear reviews that seem to proliferate on certainly my feed from YouTube, and so to me that's a win-win. And my channel gets more exposure, and you help my channel grow, and it helps to fine-tune the YouTube algorithm for your YouTube feed. So why not? Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.